Good. So that really summarizes the prepare portion of what we would want you to do as a leader. Let's go down through the event. Let's do that, Greg. If you would just describe it all in one fell swoop of what when you're in the event, what are the things that you want to be as a leader mindful of? And the reason I'm kind of lumping them together, even though there's 4 points there, oftentimes I think what happens is you're in the event and you kind of need to have this hat of event on before you get into it, and you may need to reference this card or set up some sort of system, but
Yeah.
typically the event just it really evolves and it happens. So I want this to be something that you're kind of imagining yourself in the flow of it during the event. So when you have prepare and you have a debrief, those are kind of not isolated, but they're distinguished from the task or the event itself. But describe the event and how a leader would utilize these 4 things during the actual event itself.
That's good. Yeah, I think the big thing for a leader, and this will be a challenge probably for some of you as leaders, is you want to accomplish the task. You probably have the clearest vision of it, and you want to get it done. And so one of the ways that you would do that is to be the lead worker. The problem is
Mm-hmm.
that you need to be able to free yourself up to be able to make sure others, take part. And
Right.
sometimes that then you're not as efficient in the accomplishment of the task. I think ideally you would have somebody else in place that they could be the lead worker. So you have a kind of a partner that you can work with in that. But it's key that you would free yourself up to observe what's going on, and that really then leads you into these other points. So as you're freed up, you can take a look at how are your people doing.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any potential conflicts that are rising? Are people getting discouraged? Sometimes you can have a big push for the beginning of an event, and then it starts to drag, and you're going to need to rally people around vision.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even pause and say, "Hey guys, let's come together for a minute." Just remind you of why we're here,
Right.
and I know this is hard, but we got a few more minutes left, or something like that, just to keep people moving, but also keep them focused on what the bigger picture is.
And sometimes that can actually even really enhance the mission.
Oh
It can
yeah,
enhance the fact that conflict arises or that there are teachable moments that arise. They're actually not a detraction from what we're trying to do. They're actually sometimes
exactly,
the actual mission. So you can
exactly.
think of this with kids. Like kids have all sorts of questions or conflicts that show up, and they actually grow and mature as a
That's right.
result of that. So
That's
something
right.
that we don't want to miss in that.
Yeah, because our mission again is not only the accomplishment of the
Right.
task, it's also the formation of the people.
Right.
Because really what we're doing in taste of mission, the idea of getting a taste of mission is that this is lifestyle. This is
Right.
what we do, and that's what we need in life. We need to be able to pause, we need to be reminded of truth, we need to be encouraged. So yeah, I think that's a key one. I know for myself, and I know for a lot of you, the tendency would be you're going to be the chief worker and just dig in to get the task done. You need somebody like that, but you also need someone that's able to to back up and really shepherd your people through the event.
Yeah. Yeah. And this, um, I think there's even a biblical aspect to that. Recording what's happening or observing what's happening. That's something that would the Gospels be
Yeah,
there if the disciples hadn't been watching what was happening and observing what was going on. So,
yeah.
yeah, let's be mindful to make sure that we're doing that during the event itself.